everyone, it's me Kathy with Town and Country Style, and I am going to dazzle up a candle today, so stay tuned. This is not my first craft I've ever done live, but it makes me very nervous to do crafting online. Normally I just do show and tells, but today I'm actually going to try to Mod Podge some paper on a candle and dazzle it up. But the first thing I want to show you is a show and tell. And I went back on my love sign and I added some gears because it looked too empty in through here. My O just looked too little over here. So I added this gear and this gear. And as you can see, I hope you can see the sparkle. This is all sparkle right here and right here. And then I have a sparkle little embellishment right there. Hope you can see that. Okay, I love how this turned out. I need to go back and clean it with alcohol because I got some glue in different areas. But I got my keys off of Amazon, and I talked about this in another live, but this was a cabinet door, a sample cabinet door at Lowe's. And we bought it, and we were going to do some cabinets like this, but we decided not to. So it was just sitting around, and I thought this was the perfect project for it. I have another love sign that's much bigger than this one that's made out of hardware that I'm going to make in a week or two. I've got some other projects out in front of it, but this was the smaller one, and the gears I got I think from Hobby Lobby, but you can buy buttons at Walmart very cheaply with these gears. And then the keys, I think I ordered 144 pieces off of Amazon, and I love the antique brass. I really like that. It looks steampunk, and I really like steampunk. So I wanted to show you that I updated that. Now, the next thing I want to show you, this is the decoupage paper that I am going to Mod Podge onto this candle. I'm going to do that today. And I got this paper from Decoupage Queen. And go to her website. She has wonderful, wonderful papers. This is rice paper. So it's thinner than scrapbook paper, but thicker than tissue. So I worked with it day before yesterday, and it was very nice to work with. These are some other papers that I bought from her. I don't know if you can see that, how big. It's really big. This is the biggest size that she makes, I believe. And so it's this door and this door. So I'm going to do something with those later on. But I think this size was maybe $3.95 each. This size maybe $2.95, and I cut this. It comes bigger than this. What I'm holding up, I cut that to fit my candle already. But there are some beautiful papers out there, and I can't find any rice paper or a good selection of rice paper at Hobby Lobby. So Decoupage Queen is definitely a possibility online. And these papers came in this cylinder, so they weren't even folded or anything. And I'll show you the candles that I've already made out of this in just a few minutes. But I want to find my straight edge, and I don't know of an easy way of doing this. But this candle is wax. The two that I did day before yesterday were plastic. And this is just one of the cheap ones. It flickers, but it does, the flame doesn't move like a Luminera. But it was okay. I had these candles laying around the house. We use them for hurricanes, basically. That's it, when we lose our lights. So they needed to be spruced up quite a bit. So I think what I'm going to do first is, I think I'm going to put Mod Podge on my paper first, and then I may add some to my candle. day before yesterday when I did it, I just held it and glued it right here, and then it kept going and glued it right here and kept going and but I think because it didn't come out straight, so I think if I lay it down and do it, I think I can stay straighter. So let me push you down a little bit, and we shall see. Hope you're in the camera. So the name of this paper was Neutral Harlequin. She has black and gold harlequin and brown and beige harlequin, and then this neutral color is browns, beiges, and like a touch of green or a touch of teal. I'm not sure, but I love it. I love it. So let me put some Mod Podge on my plate. I think that'll make it easier. And I'm going to put it on my paper first. How are y'all doing today? It is raining here in South Louisiana. It just won't stop. Can't do anything with my hair. It just becomes big and frizzy. And just doesn't look great. I will go outside and all my curl will just turn into frizz. Frizzy, wavy, bushy stuff. Oh, my light just went out. I'm gonna have to get a better light. It times itself out. And that's my ring light. Hope it's still okay. This Mod Podge stinks. I played with some Rub and Buff this morning, and it stunk so bad I had to go in the garage with it. It just, this room doesn't have enough ventilation. I'm in the house because my garage is so hot this time of year. So here I go. This worked better too. It didn't get as many wrinkles as, I'm not saying it doesn't wrinkle at all, but I'm saying it didn't get as many as when I use tissue paper. I make a mess with tissue paper and napkins. Yes, it worked pretty good. Hope you can see it. I do have a few wrinkles, but that kind of adds to the old world look. I like the old world style. My house is pretty much old world meets farmhouse. And I got this idea from Kathy at Royal Funky Junk. Go follow her page. She has the greatest ideas. Plus I like, is it Riley Chance Collections on Pinterest, and they have a whole bunch of candle and bottle ideas on how to decorate them. And if you have candles around the house and you aren't using them, I was gonna see if my light would turn back on, but it won't. I have to unplug it and let it cool. It's kind of weird. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is cut this flush, and I have a sanding block that I will kind of sand off the edges and make them look a little raggedy. I like that look. This is, hope y'all, I hate to craft on lives because I feel like people are bored. People don't want to watch paint dry. They don't want to watch glue dry. I'm not sure. I've been nervous to do lives like this. I have done some. You can go back and watch my really old videos on how to buffalo check buffalo plaid, how to paint buffalo plaid. I had to do it in 3 stages, I believe. I'm going to paint some harlequin and some checks in the next few weeks. See if I can't do that. I don't know if you like Mackenzie Child, if you're inspired by her or not. But I love polka dots, checks, buffalo plaid, stripes. I love it all. And what Kathy did, another Kathy, she took a sanding block and did her edges like this. Because rice paper, all you have to do is just barely get it wet and it is going to tear just like tissue paper. But I'm going to use my scissors to cut off quite a bit of it. And you do want to cut your rice paper bigger than your candle in case it gets twisted and your edges don't meet at one of the ends, because that happened to me on, I think it was my first candle I made. I hope the weather is better where y'all are. We had some flooding. There was a lot of flooding in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and I'm about an hour away from there to the east in Lafayette. And we did have some flooding here, but hopefully it will stop. If it stops raining enough for everything to drain away, we are usually good to go. I think on camera that's as good as I'm going to get it. Well, let me see. Because what I did with my other candles was I kept cutting it, and then I did sand it, and made it a little fuzzy at the ends, more organic, more natural than scissor cuts. And then I put some Mod Podge at the end to make it look, yeah, see it frays. I'm just doing it towards me, towards the candle, inside of the candle. And then the edges they just seem to like disappear into the wax, into the candle itself. Okay, so now I'm gonna Mod Podge the outside. And just a little bit, especially up at the top, around the edges, to make sure it stays down. It's so quiet here at home today. My husband is out working. When he's here, the phone rings all the time, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to put a light coat of Mod Podge on the outside just to kind of seal it. And then I'm going to figure out, no, it's probably off camera, which bling I am going to put on it. Have to add some bling to it. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry as is right now. Let me clean this up. Excuse me. Okay, and I went thrifting with my sister and my mom, was it, I think last weekend, and I bought this at Salvation Army. And I knew I wanted to use it for a candle. And it was sort of a greenish gold, you know, kind of, I don't know, that brassy antique looking, which was fine. It would have been fine, except it had a little break right here. So I knew I had to paint it or try to match it to where that white wouldn't show right here. And what I did was, instead of just painting it all and everything, I just went ahead and used this rub and buff in antique gold. And boy, this stuff is some good stuff. So I hit the highlights. I had it all over my fingers, but you know, I'll get better with it. I don't know how Kathy from Royal Funky Junk, she uses just one finger and she does not get messy. She doesn't get it on her clothes. I am so messy when I paint or do anything, but it added more of a luxurious color gold than the gold that it was. And so this is going to go here, and this goes on top, kind of like a snufter. So this is the back of my candle. So on the front of my candle, I want to put this cross. And this cross was silver, all silver and Dazzle. And it looked okay, but I really wanted it to look more old world. So I put some rub and buff on this too, to where the silver is less in your face than it was. So I don't know if that's gonna, yeah. So, and I thought that it looked better with this. So I am going to take off this pin. I got, let's see, where did I get this? This was from Totally Dazzled. And Kathy at Royal Funky Junk is a brand ambassador for both the decoupage papers and the bling, the Totally Dazzled. And so use her codes and everything. So I just take that off and throw it away. And you can either glue it on here, or you can make a candle pin with it. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to come back and do that later. But what I did was, the candle pins, I think I have them in here. I ordered them from Amazon, and they have a flat back. I'm not sure where that. Like I said, I'm moving from the garage to in here, and I don't have them in here because I wasn't going to do this today. But I also took this ribbon, and it was all silver, and I used this rub and buff on it too, just in some places to tone down that in your face silver. And I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to put this at the bottom. If you're watching, say hello. tell me where you're from. I want to get to know everyone. And then, I hope you can see this. And then I'm going to put this here. What I was going to do is put this in the middle, but I noticed that it kind of detracts away from the cross, unless I do this or something like that. I haven't decided yet, but I wanted to give you the idea of what will be going down with this. So, if you've never thought about decoupaging your candles, think about it and blinging them up, especially if they're just in your house, kind of plain. And you can do them, you can decoupage them any color and in any style, farmhouse. I just happen to choose Old World because that's more my style. Old World meets farmhouse. And let me show you the ones I already did the other day. I think they turned out so cute. Let me see. These are not wax. These candles aren't wax. They're just plastic. But they do have that flickering, moving flame. And I used the same paper, the Harlequin paper, and I attached these flowers. I had these flowers forever and these candlesticks forever. I think I got them at Hobby Lobby years ago. So the flower and the candlestick already had matched, but the candle was just plain beige, so I wanted to jazz it up, and I think that really turned out good. One is taller than the other. So that is something to think about if you want to jazz up your candles. I have some other ones that I'm going to do. I have a big blue candle that is actually a water fountain and candle combined. And I'm gonna be doing that this week or next week. I'm going to put ribbon around it, and I'm gonna put these right here to the side. I'm gonna put ribbon around that candle, and then probably add something like this to it. I got this at Walmart. I bought the last two that they had, and I went back, was it yesterday? I went back yesterday to see if they had some more, and they don't yet. But you might be able to get it at your Walmart or Walmart online. Look how beautiful that crown is and how it sparkles. And Totally Dazzled has just some really gorgeous stuff. Look at that. This, I want to say this at Walmart cost maybe $2.95 or $3.95. Not bad considering. And then at Totally Dazzled, you can get a lot of embellishments like this for about $1.50. I think the ones with the dangle like this are $2.50. But I ordered a bulk package. I think I ordered 50 units, and they come in all sizes. They come in this really big, I don't know if you can see it through that plastic. They come in this really big size up to little sizes, which I have beyond that I can't reach, to medium, and they have butterflies, like this one is a butterfly. It'll just come in all miscellaneous, but they are so gorgeous. And of course at Hobby Lobby, they will run their gems on sale too, so you just have to look around. But I love bling. I think I'm going to be looking around my house to add more and more to what I already have. I want to also talk about these two angels, which I am giving away this week, next Monday. It's your choice of the purple one or the brown one. The brown one is a shelf sitter because it's wide enough to sit. My mom makes these. She loves making angels and crosses. And we have more than we don't know what to do with them. We had thought about taking all the crosses to the hospital and just laying them around and saying they're free. Take at your will, and we might still do that. So this angel is a wall hanger. And I might diamond dust her later on if no one chooses her. And then you have your choice of the brown or the purple. And all you have to do is comment on any of my posts this week from Monday to Sunday night. And then Monday I'm going to draw a name and ship this out to you. Happy mail. Happy mail. So, just let me know. Put some comments down below. I want to try to get to know my community better. And I'm trying to do crafts live. Get over my nervousness of not having my glue gun or not having this supply or not having that supply. And just wing it like everyone else does. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment, any kind of comment, and you will be in the drawing for one of these two angels. And next week I will be running another giveaway. I'll probably be giving away some crosses, is my guess. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate it. Toodaloo.